I know you would like to have good news from Canadian immigration system, especially work permit good news, because the dream country for many immigrants still is Canada. Whatever Canada capping is doing, whatever Canada is restricting skilled workers, whatever Canada is reducing number of student visas in 2025, but still the people says no, it's Canada, Canada and Canada. So I have good news for Canadian work permit, and this good news definitely will help a lot of immigrants who can move to Canada under very simple requirements in streamlined work permit visas. Still, work permits without LMIA available in Canada. First of all, we were thinking might be Canada will not give the work permit without LMIA. In 2024, Canada introduced a work permits in which LMIA requirement was not there. LMIA requirements are much complex, complicated and difficult way to get the Canadian work permits, because the companies who give you jobs they will definitely require a lot of documents to satisfy LMIA to get the work permit of overseas immigrant. But now this is the time to get the work permit without LMIA in 2025. Numbers of the work permits little a bit less than 2024, but still very large numbers, as I was not expecting due to current Canadian capping, especially just in speech on immigration and especially opposition leader resistance to give more visas to the overseas immigrants. Numbers I am speaking 60,000 immigrants will be given overseas immigrants in the Canada, outside Canada and inside Canada, including holiday maker visas, including students and including the skilled workers. They will be given 60,000 work permits without LMIA. LMIA definitely is a approval authority to give a work permit, and it's necessary to work in Canada. But last year Canada actually wanted to finish blackmailing of the companies, because some companies were not hiring genuine people from overseas and they were charging huge Canadian dollars and they were doing business. They were taking money and they were giving jobs and they were giving LMIA approved letters and work permits, and they were telling that LMIA department definitely complex procedure and we need to get huge fee, and they were charging many $1,000. Technically they were selling their work permit. This is the point immigration minister and prime minister who has already resigned on immigration issue has noticed that we actually declining our immigration processes, immigration rules, and one laws deterioration in immigration laws. He told that we are not going to select the genuine skilled workers and we were not able to produce the genuine work permits. And he told many work permits we got information that the companies are taking money, mean that those people are not a people which are required by the Canada. Remember, in Canadian immigration laws, the companies can invite only overseas worker who is in severe need in the Canada, and that company is not finding that individual inside Canada. If inside Canada that person is not available, and then Canadian companies has authorities to invite, and then they will inform LMIA that this person we have invited and they are charging a lot of money. Now the Canadian government introduced a work permits without LMIA. So LMIA restrictions finished for 60,000 workers. So in 2025, 60,000 holiday maker visa and student visa, as I told you, and skilled worker visa will go to Canada, will work in Canada with work permit without LMIA. So it will be a good chance for some top professionals of overseas immigrants, there are three conditions which I am telling. You must be between 18 to 35 years age. Number one, this is the first condition. You must be young and you must be between 18 and 35 years age. Number two, you must have 2500 Canadian dollar in your bank account so that you can sponsor yourself until you will draw first salary. Once again, I will repeat, you must have 2500 if you are not able to understand Canadian dollars in your bank accounts. If you are inside Canada, you are still available for these 60,000 work permits. If you are outside Canada, you are still available. You can see IRCC website in which without LMIA work permit, all details are given. The second point which I told you, 2500 Canadian dollars. And third requirement, you must belong to list of the countries which are given permission to get the work permit without LMIA. So there are some countries, there are a list of the countries, and list of the countries, Asian countries are included, European countries are included. I am not naming countries, too long, clip will be too long, therefore better open the website of IRCC and see the list of the countries whose nationals are eligible for these 60,000 work permits without LMIA. And the third one, I already told you, this is a very simple requirement. I think this is a easiest way to get the Canadian work permit. Three conditions, and if you must have professional skills as well. And now if you are thinking that Canadian immigration will go down after the Justin resignation on immigration issue, I think these are little bit political scenario as well. And there were a lot of steps by Canada about student visas, skilled worker visa. And I still remember Immigration Minister Mark Miller did several press conferences that we are going to deport students, we are going to deport skilled workers, we are going to decrease the numbers of immigrants. But I think in 2025 will be a good year for immigrants, because new government will come, and as opposition leader Poilievre clearly told that we need professionals, and they are not against immigration. And even Justin was not against immigration. They are against non-genuine immigrants. I think non-genuine and the fake immigrants, definitely they will be hunted by IRCC, and IRCC always started the work to search those individuals who are not in a status of work, who are not in a status of study, and they are hiding in Canada, and they are not student, but they are on student visas. They are not skilled worker, but they are on skilled worker visa. Those immigrants may be in trouble, but genuine people will keep coming to Canada and will keep working by successful way. And the PR program, already one province has announced, and that draw was very successful in express entry, PNP entry. I will Edward Ireland announced a PR draw, and I will try to record that clip as well. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan. Thank you very much.